Hi, so it's me again. This is day 3 of my optimal health journey. I've been just making it a habit of checking in every day to see, to just make sure that I'm drinking plenty of water and that I'm able to just get my skin looking better and just making sure that I just get as hydrated as I could possibly be. So I got my water. I have no idea why it's making that noise. Yeah, got no idea. But I can already tell today my lips look more like, kind of more like pink, like a more richer pink, rather than like pale pink. Yeah, so what else can I say? I did a couple of things today. I went out for a walk. I was walking at my local park. Yeah, my throat is still kind of sore today. I'm trying to drink as much water as I possibly could so that I can help this sickness go away too. Like, I took a little bit of colloidal silver, not a capful like the past 2 to 3 days. Yeah, so I'm continuing to drink this water. I don't know why I started making this noise. It wasn't always making this noise, but I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna go online and search like why this brand of water bottle makes this noise and how to stop it, because I just don't want it to be making all this noise all the time. It could be something having to do with the rubber over there that helps it to so that the straw can work like this. Yeah, I'm drinking this water. It's like halfway full now. This is a 24-ounce bottle, and 8 ounces is 1 cup, so this has 3 cups of water. This has 3 cups of water in a bottle, so if I drink 2 of these, that's 3 cups. That's 6 cups of water. If I drink water twice from this bottle. Yeah, so what can I say? I'm feeling kind of tired a little bit, because I know, like, today it's like a lot was happening. I got my package right before an appointment, and I got ready really out of, like, took me about, yeah, because it's like when the package came, it was like about 30 minutes before the time that I would have been waking up. So I feel good about the fact that I was able to wake up earlier to a degree, because it just made everything kind of more, I don't know, interesting, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm trying not to feel tired. I'm trying not to feel tired. I feel like I just gotta focus on breathing. Yesterday I was cleaning. I was cleaning the kitchen, the bathroom. I was doing my laundry. I was doing a lot of stuff. Yeah. What else? So, optimal health. That's the subject. So, like, with my optimal health journey, I was exercising when I went out for a walk. I made a video about that too. It's currently in the editing process. I might show some of that in this video, but it might just be a short 10-second video of everything I did, or maybe it might just be like 5-minute video of it, but probably not, because it's like that's just gonna make this video take longer to edit too, because in order for me to then edit this video, I gotta edit that video, and then it's gonna be editing twice. So I might not do that. I might just post another video just showing what I did at the park. So what I'm looking forward to this month has been pretty interesting so far. I did a couple of things this month. I know the Michael Jackson movie came out last month, and I went to go see the movie like a week after it came out, because I had, to go. I had like a snowboarding event on the day that the movie came out, so I decided to just go to the snowboarding event instead of the Michael movie. But at least I was able to still go to see it the next week after that, in April. So it's now May, and in May I've been meeting up with friends, going to skate parks, but I could sense that things are actually kind of slowing down, because this last week, since I got this sore throat, I was supposed to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I was supposed to be performing at a show, and also there was like some other invitations that I got, but I wasn't able to go to them because I had a sore throat, and I really didn't want to have to do all that, you know, like put my body through more stress than it already was in. So, because, you know, just to have to deal with a cold in itself is kind of, it's like it's already stressful. So it's like, why put your body in more stress by trying to go somewhere? But then it's like, you know, recently, like early in the year, I found out about my cousin that there was, you know, he passed away, and it was like on the day of the funeral, I was extremely sick. And it came like a throat, like a sore throat in the beginning. That's how it started. It started as like a sore throat, and then my nose started to feel even like sore, and then it was like, and not just that, it was also my lungs. My lungs felt kind of like a spiky feeling inside. And then then it was just like, then the lung stuff stopped, but then it was just my throat was extremely sore, and I couldn't even, and I kept on coughing and stuff. Couldn't even. Then after that phase, then it was my nose started running and all that. And this thing that I have right now is kind of weird because, like, the first 2 days, like the first day felt like a little like feeling like a itchiness in my throat, and then the second day it was just like my throat was swollen and I couldn't breathe as much, so my nose started to get clogged. And then yeah, my nose isn't as clogged, but I still feel like some type of weird like swelling in my throat and close to my nose, but my nose isn't sore. So I feel like my throat does feel scratchy at the moment, and that's why I keep on making that sound. And I do feel like a little like, it's like I do feel like I'm fighting something. Like I'm fighting a germ. And that sucks, you know, that sucks. Feels like I'm fighting a germ. That's why it's like, I don't know, I probably was doing way too much like the week before last week, because I remember I was like busy the whole full week. Like I met up with maybe like 2 different people, or maybe it was more than that. Yeah, I met up with like 2 different people that I don't usually meet up with. And then I also had skate events. And I think I also went swimming too. And then I went to Rockaway Beach on Sunday of last week, But then it started raining that week. Could have been that too. Could have been the rain. Because after the rain, went back home. And I don't even think I even, I'm not even sure if I even took a shower after the rain. And now I'm thinking, like, maybe it was the rain. Or maybe it could have been the fact that somebody was coughing at a meeting that I was at. So, like, could have been any one of those two things. And just like all the stuff I was doing, and then also being like when I was at the events. There was a day that I was outside like for over, let me see, I'm not sure how long it was, but it was a long event. It started at noon, and then I went back home like around 6 something or 7, and that was a full day outdoors. So could have been because of that too. But and then also just not having access to the right food right away. So it could have been that too. Like, just, I always need to have a balance. Like if I don't have a balance of, like, if I don't eat the right things at the right time, it's like my body will just be depleted of nutrients, and then it will just make it easier for germs to attack, and it's just not, it just doesn't, it's not right. It's not right to deal with this. I'm trying to like, I've been actually bringing snacks with me. Yeah, I've been bringing snacks with me more often though. I started eating a lot of trail mix again. But it's the salty version, like the one with salt, and I think that was irritating my lips and my throat too, because of the constant, just eating hard, things, and just, it's like it was probably irritating my throat too, and making it easier for my throat to get germs easily, get attacked by germs. Yeah, so I don't know what to do right now. I'm kind of like trying to figure out what else can I do, and I'm thinking I should make myself a shake with moringa, because I got moringa, and maybe I just need something to help my body just have more defense against, any type of illness that's trying to make things harder for me. Like, I could tell just by the look of my veins and stuff that I do have a lot of strength, but it's just that I probably just need something else, like more vitamin C, and there's a lot of vitamin C in moringa, and I should probably do that. Just drink like a vanilla shake with moringa, and even though it's nighttime already, I'm probably not going to be taking melatonin tonight, just because I'm taking moringa, because moringa is it's like an energizing herb, so it might cause me to have more energy tonight, but at the same time, it's also going to be helping my body to fight whatever is actually affecting me at the moment. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's like, if it keeps me up, it's okay, because I technically don't have to be anywhere until like the late afternoon tomorrow. So I just feel like since that's the case, might as well just focus on that. And that's just how I'm trying to take care of this sore throat. I also feel very yeah, I definitely feel like a constant like tiredness that's like that comes in waves and stuff like that. And also just like, you know, it's like when I'm like this, it's so I feel like I'm being like my personality kind of shifts to or something. Like something's not right. It's almost like if I'm getting somebody's germs, if the germs spread from somebody else, it's like I'm literally also getting part of their DNA inside me, because technically it's like that's how, you know, because it's like genetic material is all over. We absorb genetic material all the time. And it's almost like, think about how, you know, when people do those things, those stories you hear about, you know, love spells and stuff like that, how they use like something to like make the person attached to them. They usually use like some type of genetic material and mix it and stuff like that, and that's how they get more intertwined. And it's like, I may not know who like what caused the sickness, but I know that it just probably also means that I'm just being like kind of like I'm getting more information genetically because of that. So it's like, that's why like if I get this type of sickness now, it's like you can't get sick from your own germs like twice. Like the germ has to come from something else, that it's like a whole new genetic material that your body has to get used to. That's kind of how vaccines work too. It's like they use like genetic material, and then they actually give you the, you know, the illness or whatever, the germ. They give you the germ so that your body could fight it off, but they give it to you in such a small amount that it's like your body starts to recognize the thing, and then I think your body does antibodies. And by the way, I'm not a medical professional or doctor. This is just my research. So like this is what I understand about the process, is that it's like it's done so that you can build antibodies against the disease or whatever, or the cold or whatever it's called. And so that it makes you less likely to get it, because it's like your body already recognizes it, and it's like, oh no, I'm not getting sick because I already know. So it makes you aware, like it makes your body aware. And that's how you don't get sick. But then it's like, I think that for me, it's like, but it's like there's two different ways to get antibodies. To be honest, it's like the vaccine way or like the natural way. Like you just get exposed to it by somebody that's that's infected with the germs. And then it's like, from there, it's like your body has to like fight it. And it's like, depending on your level of immunity and your strength, it's like your body can either fight it fast or it could fight it slow. And that's why some people's bodies are immuno. Alright, just to continue what I was saying. Yeah, because my camera cut off. Yeah, so I was just saying like that sometimes, like if someone's body's like immunocompromised, it's harder for them to like fight the disease or any type of germs, because they might not have enough like white blood cells or red blood cells or other type of cells in the body. So literally the key to being able to fight off any type of sickness is basically to just have good nutrition, and by having good nutrition from the food that you eat, it helps your body to have all the right cells. Like for example, like if you want to have really healthy red blood cells, it makes a lot more sense to like eat more beets or spinach or things with iron. And then it's just a whole bunch of other stuff that you can take in order to increase your immunity. And most people that don't have like a good immune system or good immunity, it's really because they're not eating the right way, or they've just been, it's a lot, it's like stress also lowers the body's ability to fight off disease too, because like stress actually causes a lot of spikes in cortisol, and cortisol can make the body just feel like, it could affect a lot of things. It's like being in flight or flight from a stressful environment can affect somebody. It causes like all that anxiety, all that feeling unsafe, that can really affect somebody's immunity. And maybe that's the reason why I kind of feel sick, because I've been researching also the metaphysical reasons of a sore throat. And it said something about how it has something to do with communication, and how it just means like your communication's kind of blocked, and you have like something that you want to say, but you feel like you're unable to say, and it's like really important to you, but it's like you just feel like you're not able to say it because of subconscious beliefs. There's more information online. Like I would like the way that I would search for that on Google is just say metaphysical reasons of sore throat, and then there's going to be a bunch of like articles on different websites that tell you what it is, and I feel like the fact that I'm making these videos right now is kind of like symbolic in a way of me taking back my power, in a sense of, you know, finding a way to communicate, to get my point across. Because for a long time my iPhone was running out of space. My GoPro was kind of like, it's really better to use for like, you know, my action sports. And also GoPro is like, it's like in order to edit a GoPro video, you have to do a lot of like keyframing. So it's like, it takes up a lot of space on my computer. But I have a large hard drive, so that's why I'm able to save a lot of my stuff. So yeah, so like finally I got to using this DSLR, and since I got this magic arm, like I said in my previous video, this thing that holds my camera, is making it way more easier for me to record these videos. And because before I would have been using like a whole tripod, and using my tripod is like, it's a lot because it takes up a lot of space, whereas this clamp camera holder, it basically just clamps all onto my desk, and it's like I could just position it wherever I want it, and it's just easier. So it's just like, that's the solution now, and it's very stable too, stable and strong. So like, and since I got this whole microphone, it's just like the audio is way better quality and everything. So I'm healing this sore throat by communicating more and just practicing every day. I've been doing research on like the fear of being seen, and scocophobia, which is basically the fear of being seen. And I think for a long time I felt unsafe, and because like during my childhood I felt like I actually been through some traumatizing experiences where I felt like I was being judged for the way that I presented myself. And so that kind of like caused me to be extra sensitive in that area, like extra hyper focused in that area. So I've always had like this perfectionism issue, and that kind of like affected a lot of things, like everything from like feeling like, oh, I'm not, like my art isn't perfect enough, or this isn't perfect enough, my room isn't perfect enough. So now I'm kind of like releasing the fear of, you know, not being perfect too. So like that's why like my room might look kind of a little bit like kind of messy, but it's like at the same time I have to like just be like, it's okay, you know, like I'm human at the end of the day. And it's just, I may not be able to get every single thing done, but at least I could do something. And not only is it, you know, not only does the, you know, the fear of being seen and perfectionism affect communication, but it also affects, like, because it's hard to communicate because of those phobias, it's also hard to ask others for help because it makes you feel like, oh, like, oh, well, you should be able to do it yourself, or you're lazy or something like that. But it's like, that's not true. There are people out there that actually care. You know, I've seen a lot of people online that have started a YouTube channel about helping people with ADHD and helping them to organize the clutter and things like that. So there are people out there that care, and it's like there's so much in life there's so much that's possible in life if we just open our minds. And so that's kind of like how I'm healing from throat chakra issues and communication issues, because, you know, like, also doing this and using this DSLR is actually helping me also to have more motivation to make music videos, like I said in my previous video, because it's like making that is like it's an extension of myself, and it's like an expression of, you know, my creativity. I may not think it's perfect, or may not think it's good enough, but it's like, yo, like, I still gotta put it out, you know, because who knows, what I post may inspire somebody else to do something creative, or to help heal something in them too. So that's what I'm learning through this experience of having a sore throat. And also, it's also helping me to realize, like, there's no need to rush or to try to be everywhere, you know. Like, if I can't make it to an event, that's okay, because at the end of the day, I do matter. My needs matter. And because my needs matter, that means that my communication matters. How I communicate my needs matter, you know. So I'm definitely learning a lot lately. I'm learning a lot through everything that happens to me. I'm like a professional transmuter of energy, you know. Anything that happens, all types of, like, if I get an ailment, like, it's just, there's a symbolic meaning behind it, and through that's how I'm able to change my habits and how I do things. That's why the body is so interesting, because it basically shows us exactly what's wrong by giving us symptoms. And, you know, self-love is important. Self-love is very important. Wow, they're already doing firecrackers. They're practicing for July 4th already. So, yeah. My baby, he's like wondering what that sound is, and he's looking at me. He wants my attention. So I won't make this too long. So yeah, like I'm saying, like, our bodies are such a how can I word this? It's like biological technology. So it's like, it's something that was created by this infinite intelligence, this universe, the creator of all things, to help us, be able to be like, oh, if you do this, this happens. If your body is showing these signs, this happens. So self-love, like I was saying, self-love is important, because you need to have self-love in order to be able to have a healthy body, because you got to be able to take care of yourself. Self-love is part of self-care. And if you're able to care for yourself and care about yourself, that means that you'll be healthier, or you'll be healthy. But if you don't care for yourself, that means that you're not loving yourself enough to say no to things that are not good for you. So that's why it's very important to practice self-care and self-love, and focus on health, because that's how you reach your optimal health potential. And this is day 3 of my optimal health journey, and that concludes this message. I'll see you again soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. All right, see ya.